negative 17. And then Carroll Manor donation is also in the negative. So all my departments are doing okay. The highway department didn't have anything today, and they're not here today, but that's okay. Yeah, go ahead, Brady.
But no concerns. I mean, nothing that wasn't a surprise.
Okay.
Everything with my department seemed to be going okay.
Thank you.
Carroll Manor is now giving reports to commissioners on a monthly basis.
Good.
So
Good.
hopefully that will continue.
Sure.
All mine are good.
Okay.
And no issues with my department,
Thank
Paul.
you, Taylor. Yeah, I was at the commissioners meeting Monday, and I believe they've got 4 new residents been approved at Carroll Manor, and 5 more are set to come in. So we got an increase in census there.
Good.
So good news. Help the finances out to get more.
Do we know how they were recommended? Was it just by chance or?
There were some other homes that were closed
Oh,
in the
okay.
state of Indiana.
2 homes are closing, so.
Oh, okay.
So we're becoming a dying breed to have a
Yeah.
manor, but we have been, so. Okay, auditor's report. Beth?
I sent out the financial reports. Just want to know if there are any questions? None? Okay. The other is the job description for the community corrections is just changing it from full-time to part-time, and she would need to have it approved, and I do not see her, so I told her she probably didn't have to come.
So we need a motion on
I'll make a
that.
motion that we approve the new updated job description for the community correction.
I'll second it.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, let's go down through the additionals.
Wait a minute, I'm still going here.
Oh, sorry.
She's not done.
Did the
I've got one other question that's not on here, and it's about transfers. We have department heads that fill out a transfer form. They put the justification down because not all of you, but in years past and this year, we have been told they need to put that justification and tell you why they need to transfer this money. I've been told that people aren't looking at those. So do you want me, because I send them by email, do you want me just to copy those forms and give them to you along with the agenda? Or do you not want to see them at all? Let them justify it. Not all,
Put 'em
not,
on the report.
I copy them and give them to us.
it would be kind of hard to put it on the report.
Okay.
You'd have,
We'd run out of pages, but if she does it separately, it'd be fine.
but I can copy them and put them with the, I just want to know, because if I,
You can copy the listed reason, correct?
right,
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that moving forward.
okay, copy. And additionals are in there too, so that's the same thing that I do.
Okay.
The DLGF 1782, I gave you a copy of that. That shows that our budget has been approved, and it has the tax rates that have been approved. I've talked to Jackie, she's looked it over, because it's sent to her and to myself and to you, Paul, by email. Did you get it?
I did.
Okay. So it says if nothing is done, then it will just go as is, but I always like to have either Paul or I sign it and send it in, so
Okay.
it's on record, if you guys don't have any questions with it. So you need to make a motion
For what?
to approve the 1782.
I'll make a motion that we approve the DLGF 1782 as listed.
I'll second.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 6-0. Let's go through the additionals one by one and start out with ID security. Who wants to address that?
You want me to talk about it?
Well, we're starting out with the $2,000 we're asking for the ID security.
Yeah, I just wanted to move the $2,000 into, to pay part of my CSI programming. It has a section for ID security, but it was like 39,000 and I had 2,000 in there. So if I moved the other two over, I would have enough to go ahead and pay it this year.
Sounds good.
Okay.
You want to approve them?
I'll make a motion, we approve the ID security request for $2,000.
I'll second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. CUMCAP server capital outlay, $30,000.
This was put in the 2026 budget in the cum cap for the commissioners, and then we were going to do computers. If you remember this, it was a 5-year plan.
Yep.
But Randy tells us our computer, or our server is dying, and he wants to get it done this year. That way we still start on next year on computers if needed, and he will be in charge of that, so.
I don't know if anybody knows the answer to this question, but how long do servers normally last?
This one I know is like 7, 8 years old, and he's saying it's seen its time, because we keep putting more on it also.
5 to 10 years is normal.
Yeah. But see, that was the part when I was, on the last meeting when I was talking about when they said that needed to be replaced. Like I thought that was all we were waiting to do, that new software was.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
It's not included in that, or,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
thought that's
yeah,
why
we will
needed that
need it.
before we could do the
No,
other part.
no, it's for our system right now. If it crashes, we're
Yeah, gotcha.
gonna be down.
All right, I'll make a motion that we approve the $30,000 for the server.
Pardon?
Pull out paper and pen.
Yeah, sometimes that's easier.
Second.
Motion and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This passes 6-0. CUMCAP jail grinder.
I want to explain that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take over, but you guys approved it the last time, but you approved it out of cum cap, and it was advertised out of county general. So I told them about that, and they approved it at their last meeting. So this is just a
Clean up.
Switch.
duplicate, really.
It's duplicate, just out of a different fund. So, I'll make a motion that we approve the $120K out of the jail grinder, or for the jail grinder out of capital outlay, or cum cap.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded by Angie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Okay, County General Sheriff, the personal services, $6,000.
60, yeah, 6,000.
6,000.
What's that for?
What is it?
Sheriff? He's got 2 in a row, so we'll just keep him up there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So the 6,000, I actually tried getting this done a couple months ago. We ran out of overtime budget. We're actually about $2,000 in the hole.
Okay.
And almost all my guys, since we only get $6,000 out of our budget for overtime, are basically kind of over the policy limit for how much comp time they can. So those are supposed to be paid out if they either don't take them or they go over that 60 hours. So this is just to get us through the rest of the year.
And it does get you through the rest of the year?
Yes.
Okay, not. And what's the 1,600 request?
Postage. We have to give indigent inmates
Yeah.
so much postage and stuff like that, plus all our civil papers. And again, we're in the negative. So
I'll make a motion that we approve both the sheriff's requests for 6,000 and 1,600 as listed.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Is the grinder still to be put in yet?
yeah, they're working on it. So the grinder is actually on order, but they're starting to get the electric and they're starting to work on that.
Okay, good deal. Okay, EDC contract, other services, $183,833.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning.
This is for our, going into our 3rd year of our contract to render services that we conduct for, in the realm of economic development for the county. So we provided a yearly update a few weeks ago, I believe, and so that demonstrates the activities and the projects that we are up to on behalf of the county. So
So this has been a standard amount for several years, is that right?
They have a 4-year contract,
Yes.
I think, and this is, like you said, next year will be the third.
No, I believe it adjusts for like inflation each
No, it's the
year.
same amount
The
until
same
the,
amount.
until after the contract is done, and then they renegotiate for the census.
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
Okay, good.
been doing it for years. Your
Okay,
motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the EZC contract for $183,833.
I'll second.
Motion is seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. So the Burlington Community Club, there's edit money to promote Burlington, $3,000.
Anybody here from Burlington or Florida Community Club? No?
We're here from Florida Community, yeah, we're here from the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, next year.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion that we approve the $3,000 for Burlington Community Club from edit funds.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Flora Community Club, $10,000.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a paper that I would like to give each of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Jessica Heater, and I am the event coordinator for the Flora Community Club. So we host a number of events throughout the year, one of them being the county fair, and I am respectfully requesting an allocation of $10,000 to help us book a carnival for this year's fair. We have hosted the fair for at least as far back as the 1970s, and we strive to make the fair interesting and fun and are pleased to partner with the Carroll County 4-H folks to benefit all. We host more than 45 merchants, including more than 6 food vendors, and we offer entertainment amongst every evening, including music and games for children. Our goal is to bring people to Carroll County and the Flora Community Park in support of the 4-H youth and to provide traffic for our merchants. With your support, bringing a carnival to the County 4-H Fair will draw even more families and visitors, providing a fun and memorable experience for all ages. It's been approximately 30 years since the carnival was last part of our county fair, and there is a growing number of our community members who are asking and hoping for its return. This renewed interest demonstrates just how meaningful the carnival was in the past and how much it is missed by so many in our community. This investment will help us continue our tradition of hosting engaging and educational activities while strengthening the bonds that unite our county. The Flora Community Club hosts much more than the County 4-H Fair. We host the Garden Fair, the Tractor Pull, the Depot Days, and that features our Depot Museum of Transportation and History. We also host a holiday market and a Christmas parade around the rest of our annual activities. We strive to bring more people to Flora and Carroll County to help our local businesses and strengthen our community. Thank you so much for your consideration, and if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
So the $10,000 is for the carnival, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So have you shopped that as
Yes,
to,
ma'am.
so how many different places did you look at, carnivals?
Every January, I go down to a Carnival Expo and an event expo down in Indianapolis at the Marriott East. There are any number of carnivals down there. Jessup's goes down there. I believe the gentleman who does the Frankfurt 4-H Fair Carnival, he is down there as well. Out of all of those carnivals, there has only been one that I have ever found, and I found him last January that had an open date for it this week. Because we have, say, and these are not real numbers, this is just, for saying, you have 1 million events, you have 500 carnivals, and they're all the same time. Like, we're the same week as
Right.
Clinton County, so finding somebody is really kind of hard.
Have you ever thought of changing the date?
That's not up to me.
That wouldn't be her call.
Who does that?
That's the extension office.
Oh, I see.
That would be the extension office. Would I like it to be on a different date? Yes, because I do like to go to both.
Right.
But I have to stick with where I'm at. So I can tell you that the $10,000 doesn't even cover the cost of the carnival coming for me to even sign the contract. It's just the help that I need to get me
Right.
there.
Do you already have them booked?
I have a tentative date. This gentleman also did the Rossville Summer's End Festival for me this year. And he told me after the festival, he's like, hey, I have that date open if you would like. And I said, sure, I will gladly see if I can bring you. He's a wonderful man to work with. He's very professional.
I would love to see a carnival back there.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the 10,000 for the Florida Community Club out of edit funds.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
you. Okay, Senior Citizen and Family Services. This is, I believe, gas for the vans to transport elderly and needy folks. Does anybody want to talk about that? Or?
And they're not here, but I know it's also for insurance
Okay.
for,
And interest, okay.
mhm.
Excellent use of our money, I think. Can I?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the 20,000 for the CC Senior and Family Service out of edit funds.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0. 4-H bathrooms. Somebody want to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't feel like the last couple of months that you guys have had meetings, anybody's been had a chance to kind of come up and explain this to you, to the council any further. So if you guys would like to take a few minutes, I would be happy to do that. So my name is Gretchen Campbell. I work as the 4-H educator for here in Carroll County. If you're familiar with Joanne Litton, I took her spot as she retired. Every year we do a 4-H survey post-fair, and we always ask our 4-H families, what kinds of things do you see as a need for improving our fairgrounds? Kind of like Jessica alluded, we've been here just as long as about any other county established building. Our program dating back to where they recorded all their meeting minutes and the books that they got from the courthouse, actually. So when we look at what we do, we host the 4-H program. So meaning over each year, we have nearly 500 kids that participate in our program to gain life skills. A lot of times people associate that with the 4-H fair. Hopefully you guys are familiar with that or you've ever been. But a lot of the times, we as a not-for-profit, our board puts the money into repairs of the fairgrounds. We don't come to the county year after year asking for money, although it is contracted out that it is going to be managed by the county. And I know last time there were questions on who actually owns it. So moving forward, the town and the commissioners are working at drawing up a lease contract. It's proposed as a 99-year lease for like $1 value a year to manage the facilities of that so that we can continue our program in this legacy. Because like I said, when you look at it, not only our kids today, but their parents, their grandparents have all been a part of it, and it's something that is so prominent. So the reason why we have this on asking the county for this money is because if you've been to our fairgrounds, there are a lot of structures that are in need of significant repair. One of them being the county bathrooms. I don't know if you guys ever received the packet that the commissioners did that showed the images of what that bathroom looked like. It's not a joke when I say the gentlemen actually stand in front of a horse trough to proceed for any sanitary needs. It's a very dilapidated, falling apart building. And I know there's been a lot of comments and concerns regarding the cost of it, but I would ask you to look at this as an investment. As I said, we don't come year after year asking for $90,000. Initially, this was proposed because our board worked to get bids and contracts so that the county didn't have to go through that process, and we had a bid of $140 that was initially approved. But now it's at $90,000, and I would ask you to look at that as an investment. If the building that's there now was established in 1970, what is that, 50 years later, we're now looking at redoing it. So if we can invest the money into a building that will last for the next 3 generations, depreciate that out. Right now it sounds like a lot, but when you invest into a structure, that's kind of what that has to be. Other than that, we're just asking for that support again, like I said, because we want to come back next year and ask for 90,000 more. But at this point in time, we are at a gap of what the county would potentially propose versus what our current bids are at. And I know there was discussion about asking other county-based entities to help kind of cut that cost in other areas, having the town do some of the plumbing and stuff like that. I don't know where that currently stands and to what they would commit to helping with, but that's maybe where we can come up with filling that gap a little bit. But I'd love to answer any questions. I would invite you guys to come out, and if you haven't ever been to the 4-H fair or the program, and kind of get an idea of what we do and the legacy that not only is already established here in the county, but that we're hoping to continue moving forward for many, many years.
Is that on city? Is that a city water? Like it goes to the, or does it have its own tank, or how's that?
So I believe it's on with the town, because we had the town guys come out and actually pull the cap and look at it and all of that. And I believe there was discussion with them about helping redirect some of those lines that go to some of our other like drain outlets for some of the other buildings. But without knowing what our plan was or who was investing where, I don't think we have a set in stone agreement on who's going to provide what work just yet.
So who officially owns the building?
So the way it's outlined is the ground is owned by the town, but we are working between the commissioners and the town. We are going to resurvey the section, because right now if you look at Beacon, it literally splits some of those buildings in half, and that makes absolutely no sense because we don't use half of a building and then somebody else use it. So we're going to resurvey it to include all of the structures that we need for our program, and then that's going to be drawn into a lease between the town and the commissioner's attorneys to contract it out for management by the county for the next 99 years at the dollar value, whatever, if that makes sense.
How many different bids did you get?
I believe we had 3 or 4 different bids, and they ranged from 140 to 180,000. And then after we presented that first round of bids to the commissioners, like 2 days later, we actually had, because it was advertised, we actually then had that lowest bid of the 140. He withdrew and said, "I'm too cheap. I don't want to do this job," which was totally out of our control, and like we were just as devastated. So we actually contacted all of those contractors and asked them to come out privately one by one and told them, cut as much as you can that would be unnecessary for us to still reach this goal, because that's how hard we are trying to push this project. So they came back out, and then I think the next bid we ended up going with was like 142,000. One of those contractors got it down and had it in that 142 range, and we thought that'd be manageable because our organization would surely be able to come up with a couple $1,000s difference. So that's where that we wanted to stick with that 140.
So are there 3 sets of restrooms out there right now?
So for what would be included in the survey of our lease, there would be 1 restroom, and that is not associated with what the park does. So when we talk about, and I don't mean to pull Flora Community Club into this, but when we talk about them bringing in a carnival and the number of attendants, I'm pretty sure most of the park bathrooms are 1, if maybe 2 stalls. There's one right there across from like the Merchants building. The next one is back by the Ball Diamond. And then ours is centralized right there between all those livestock buildings.
And then there's
That
one
makes sense.
in the building, right?
Correct. There is one inside the 4-H building as well, which is a single stall in the men's with a urinal, and then 2 stall on the women's side.
And how many of those are handicap accessible?
The one in, I don't know about the park. I don't know what the park has. The one inside the new addition of our 4-H building, that one is handicap accessible. So going back to your kind of direction here, Angie, we are not paying for permitting for this to be ADA, because we in previous conversations we had told them we already have an ADA compliant. We don't need to pay the engineers, the architects, whatever, that extra money, but we told them we would still like the specs to be ADA compliant. So they would be, but we don't have to get the permitting because we already have that
Right.
with what's already in the building.
You're very smart, that's where I was going with that.
Yes, yes, because I know that's been a discussion too, and we're like, because accessibility out there would still be huge, especially when we talk about grandparents. And like, as much as you guys honor the Carroll Manor, allowing residents and people to still have that access and that inclusivity at our fairgrounds, we still said, hey, that needs to be a big part, but we don't have to pay for that permitting and go through that legality of it, because we already have that established somewhere else. Yeah, perfect.
So how did we get to 90?
Yeah, how do,
The commissioners meeting on Monday, they reevaluated that and they thought the 140 was too high. So then they re-advertised it at 90 for your guys' meeting today.
So where's the 52 coming
Well,
from?
we didn't really re-advertise it. They just decided to go down to 90,000 because Scott had talked to somebody and talked to the town of Flora, and town of Flora said that they were going to help with lines or whatever, right, Bill? Yeah, and so they thought they could get it done for 90.
Okay, thank you, Beth. Yeah, so yes, just in this past week, they reevaluated it from 140 back to the 90,000.
So the demo is 52,000?
The demo, no.
I don't remember how exactly the bids were outlined, because we did have them basically do it as a line item for each, like what the demo would be, what the water line reconstruction, like all of that would be. I don't remember what that was exactly. I'm assuming because there was talks about asking
Highway.
the highway department, yes, asking the
then
highway
he-
department to help with some of these areas to alleviate that higher expense.
He had talked to some younger people that said that they would get together and tear that building down.
Yeah, but
Um,
without knowing, because I mean, I think a lot of people are hesitant to move forward and commit without saying, yes, we actually know that this is going to happen.
Well,
So,
it was 27,000, and then we said something about the highway, and then somebody else said that it wasn't 27. Remember
yeah,
that?
and
I
I
can't remember all of the details.
yeah, and I know we have talked to a couple different entities, like again, asking the town if they would help do some of that, rerunning some of those water lines, because I believe when they looked at it, it was, and I'm not a contractor, so I'm so sorry, guys, but it was like a poly line, and it needed to be some different material or whatever, just for moving forward, like repairs and maintenance and stuff like that.
Everybody's going to the plastic line.
Yeah, something like that. It was like, when it was built way back in the 19s, it's like, okay, that material's not, yeah, whatever that was. So, and to share as well, if you guys aren't familiar, it's simply, the structure of it was to basically tear down the building that is there and then just rebuild it. So we're not moving it. We weren't really making it any bigger. It's just, you don't live in a 1800 house.
So who currently is the general contractor on this $90,000 estimate?
That is a very good question, too. I don't recall who it was. I would have to pull up the bids that were presented at, I want to,
142?
it was a
I
142.
mean, is it?
That was what the last quote was. I want to say it was something and K, but it wasn't D and K. Yeah, sorry,
Was
Mr.
it
Fife, I don't
D&K,
have that.
F&K?
I don't think it was either of those, because I knew we tried to get
Twin Oaks?
bids from, I don't,
Oaks.
is that the one?
That's 139. That was your first one, I believe. Maybe, I don't know. Here, you just read it.
Yeah, and this was a month ago at this point in time, so I don't recall.
I guess, I mean, I have two concerns, I guess. If the guy that was bidding 140 said that he was too cheap, couldn't get it done, I still struggle with only giving 90,000. I don't know how they're gonna get it done.
We've
Tell him
advertised
why
it
he
at
said he
90.
was
But
too
we've
cheap,
advertised it at
Gretchen.
90.
So
Tell him why they
today,
said he was too cheap.
you know, we
So-
could move forward with 90.
Yeah, the other thing is, who approved that it doesn't have to be ADA compliant?
I believe that was actually some members of the council, because when we first started evaluating this project, we had asked not only the commissioners, but the council to come out to grasp what we were seeking.
We're gonna run into problems there, because it's a new structure, it's county-owned, it's gonna have to be ADA certified, I almost guarantee it. So, I don't think that's something we can just not do. We're gonna run into problems there.
So we need to look into it.
And I don't know if that would be a question for our contractors, because they would surely know, but if it's all part of the same
Well-
surveyed land, I don't know on
Is
that
there-
either.
I mean, area plan?
They probably would know.
Yeah.
An engineer
Yeah.
would know, any
'Cause,
engineer.
I mean,
general
I know
engineer.
we're trying to save money, but we're gonna end up in trouble. We're gonna end up, I mean, I'm doing 2 county projects right now, and
If you
It-
already have one though,
it's a new structure.
oh, I know, but if you already have one provided,
I agree, but we definitely need to make sure.
Jeremy, what's
Before
your
we-
thoughts on it? Just put you on the
My
spot.
understanding is any new public restroom would have to be ADA compliant, no matter how many other ones you might have.
But it's,
That's not the right
but it's
answer.
compliant, different than having the permits for it?
Well, this facility should get a state permit as well.
Okay.
That wouldn't exempt you from ADA compliance, or there'd have to be.
I think we're gonna run into a lot of problems. So I'm all for it. I wanna provide this.
Is that
Number
something, Brady, we would, so I know you said area plan, if we contact area plan and then our contractors as well, because I'm sure as they do with their business, they'd be very familiar and that was initially why we were pushing so hard for this building, because if you've ever seen it, it's not currently ADA compliant. Like for gentlemen to get to the men's side, they have a 3-foot gap between.
No, I understand that.
And so I
But
don't.
it's existing, right?
Correct, that's existing, so that's where updating this building.
I'm 100% for this. I mean, I'd be for funding it at the $140,000 price. I just want to make sure we do it the right way. 'Cause
Correct. Yeah, because then, and that goes back to the idea of, so we don't have to come back next year and say, oh, hey, by the way, we screwed up, this wasn't right, we need now X amount of dollars, because I don't want that to be our case at all.
I think the consensus is we want to do it, it just sounds like some of the details need
We
worked
need
out.
some more of those. Okay, so you guys, I will find out then about,
Right?
Yeah.
And we've got till, I mean, it'd be awesome if it was done by next July, with fair, but.
so ADA permitting, was there anything else that you guys feel you need more information on?
We
Maybe some
we would
more
need to know
cost.
we need the bid.
Okay, yep, I will
which
see if I can
contractor it is
get,
And what the details are.
And then, I mean, does the town of Flora agree with everything that?
it was presented, because after the commissioners meeting after the council meeting where Ms. Martin had brought up, well, who owns this? It was presented to the town and to get this fixed, because like I previously shared with the commissioners, the last time this lease was evaluated was 2006. So for 20 years, nobody's even known what's going on. So that's why we're trying to be proactive here and do things the way they need to be handled. So that's when, at the commissioners meeting on Monday, we represented what was shared with the town and then what our desires are moving forward so that we can start to get everything realigned.
If you can get some details firmed up and come back to us in our December meeting, we would love to listen to you again.
Perfect. Thank you, council.
So, I mean, one other thing really quick. Let me do some,
Gretchen, did you give us the new bid?
Yes, I believe it was presented at the commissioners meeting. I don't think it ever was shared with the council because
No, I
when
don't
they
think so,
evaluated,
ma'am. I meant for the
yeah.
council.
Yes.
I mean, is
Motion
this
to
it?
table.
That'd be good.
That actually, yes, because I remember the logo.
Brady, you're good table.
Is that it?
Right?
Twin
Okay.
So they should have these.
Yes.
Twin Oaks.
So I was mistaken.
have
It was not anything with K. It's FG Construction.
Yeah, that
For-
bid was like 100 and.
For the
142.
142, yes.
Okay.
So I believe that was one that was reevaluated and then shared with
Can
us.
we see a new bid from them that would,
Just like,
90 would cover?
what would cover?
I don't think they
nine-
have the 90 yet. I mean, you want her to get one, is that what you're saying?
We need an updated bid that,
Yeah.
that would
It's Twin
tell
Oaks.
us that whatever we approve is going to cover whether we need to be ADA compliant, and if this demo is gonna happen via basically goodwill from some people in the
That's-
county, that's factored into this bid.
and I'd say in the bids require a price breakdown too, because on all these bids, there's only one that has a breakdown.
We need breakdown.
And that's what I
Yeah.
was doing the math. The one that includes the bid, includes the breakdown, is 180,000, and like 13% of that is demo. So
Like 20 grand.
Yeah.
That's
math
why they
doesn't
didn't
math.
consider that.
Math doesn't math.
That's why they didn't consider that one.
All right, I'll make a motion that we table the 4-H bathroom request for 90,000 out of edit funds until the December meeting.
I second.
Been moved and seconded.
Okay, Taylor and who?
Cody?
Cody,
Gotcha.
Coyote.
Coyote.
F and G
I
has
like that.
ADA on it.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 6-0.
Well, this is where they
Okay,
detailed
so
it. It says
the
ADA.
edit 25, at the commissioners meeting Monday, they suggested that we get 30,000 to Carroll Manor. There's about $10,000 worth of
Explain that
bills
one.
to get covered from work that was done earlier in the year.
That will explain.
That's not what it's for.
It's not gonna cover that at all?
First of all, they decided not to do it, and then I brought it back up because you didn't have a plan. You brought it in and said, I want $30,000. You didn't have a plan. So I asked them to reopen it. And I asked for, the Carroll Manor is like could be $30,000 in the hole. And so I said this would be a great way to give them this 30,000, put it in that line, and use it for salaries only, because that's all that comes out of the 4,900 fund. And
Well,
we
then
need
what-
to get them paid. We have to pay them when they work. So that is going to be for salaries, not paying old bills that haven't come in.
This is salaries moving forward or salaries that are still owed?
Till the end of the year, to get us in the black.
And next year, we should be fine since we allocated money.
Okay, so
Because
this
she
isn't for
brings-
bills that were at the beginning of the year
No.
that never got paid.
They should already be in here and we
Yeah,
should have
that's-
seen these
okay.
bills. But what I'm saying is, we needed it, she brings in probably 22 to 24,000 a month from rent. So, it's gonna go back and forth, but by the end of the year, we have to have it in the black. We can't have it in the red. State Board gave us a slide last year. So, and it wasn't very much. So I think if we get her caught up, they can proceed and be able to continue be in the black. I don't know about the donations. She's gonna work on that.
And we're getting the reports now, right, Angie?
Starting this commissioner meeting.
We got October and then she brought in September. Didn't she bring September in?
What's the question?
The big long report that she's supposed to be bringing in. Actually, it just tells who's paid what, but we've got two, September and
But
October.
it's more than just the income. It's expenses too, correct?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not examine it, so.
Okay, because what I got was just.
No, you
income.
got was just something written up by her. No,
Right.
it wasn't, you didn't get the right report. I'll just show you one right here.
How, are we, do we think there's pending bills out there or not?
I believe there's pending bills out there, but we've only advertised this for 30,000 and
But
Beth.
this is just for salary, it has nothing to do with.
Yeah, so-
anything else,
Any
right?
bills, right.
Just to pay the people that work there.
These are receipts from the last time, and it's supposed to be a record of residents. Yeah, and then she's got that filled out about how many there are and everything.
And do we know how far behind the assistance program is? I heard on the commissioners meeting that
The assistants?
they are, they're behind on.
Like this month, we'll probably get maybe September or October. It's not very much, but it's only like $1,700 or something like that.
I
It's
thought we
not,
had more residents out there with.
no. But it's,
And this is 2025 edit money. These are not 2026 requests.
the 2025 edit fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is-
That's where I was
which is
confused.
good.
I
That's why it
thought
says
we were using
2025.
Yeah.
2020.
No, it says it right here,
the initial
2025 on your
report
thing.
I was told was like it was
Okay.
10,000 was for a bill at the beginning of the year. And so
No.
now that it's clarified, it's just to pay people their salaries. That
It's
makes
just to
sense.
pay salaries, because
Okay.
that's all I pay out of 4,900. I have done that for probably the last 6, 8 months.
No, that's fine.
And
Okay.
just a reminder, 4,900 is,
The regular fund, where the rent goes in.
motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes 6-0.
Did you second that?
I did.
Okay.
Rehab program?
Yep. You want to come up and talk about that, Kathy? Or somebody? Emily?
Hello. Back again. I wanted to present again the owner-occupied rehab housing project. I brought with me Emily from Councill. She's the one that I've been working with as far as how we go about getting the grant and what all it entails. So if you had any questions, I can give a brief overview, but she can give you the real details. What it would do is it would be for low income. We could make the ramifications, whether it be low income veterans, low income single moms. You know, we would design what grant we wanted to propose. It would help with if they needed a new roof or if they needed like a handicap ramp instead of stairs, things like that. We would be responsible for 10%, and then the grant is the other 90%. Councill's the one that would handle the original bills and divvy out who pays what. So now, if you have questions, or she could say it better.
So this is a grant, this is for a grant, or?
The $30,000 would be for our portion. It would be a $300,000 grant we would be applying for.
Okay, and they would cover the 270?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not been applied for yet, but it would be.
No, it has not been applied for yet. So this is a program run through the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs. It is a program that they used to partner with IHCDA to do a lot of OOR programs with. When Okra redesigned their version of the program, so IHCDA had a lot of stipulations regarding lead. You guys, I know some, when we did the program here in Delphi with the Stellar program, that was with the city, that would have been, there are a lot of components pertaining to like lead removal and abatements and things like that. That is no longer, this program is specific to non-lead disturbing improvements. So it's roofs, it's hot water heaters, bringing electrical up to code, obviously, in non-lead disturbing manners, ADA accessibility, so getting access ramps to their homes, minor improvements, but just improving, you know, the asset that they have as homeowners. So like Kathy said, you know, this is a program, the state has kind of a template for those homeowners to apply for, but then you guys would get to customize what that is. So like she said, it can be focused on veterans, it can be focused on single moms. You set those parameters in place, and then it's obviously this grant would cover the construction expenses for those improvements. It covers, there's other like inspections, our fees are part of that for the administration. We handle help with the financials and everything like that, so.
Where does this money sit? Does it gain interest if it goes unused?
No, if it's unused, it goes back to the state.
And how quickly do you have to use it? Is there
So
a
we
time
have,
parameter on
so
it?
typically it's an 18 to 24 month period.
Okay.
So once awarded, so, and we don't know, I hate we don't have our 2026 calendar yet. For Okra, they have reduced it from 4 rounds. It used to be a quarterly program. It is now down to 3 rounds with an option for a 4th round based upon funding available after the end of that 3rd round.
So once the 300,000 has been spent, can we reapply?
Yes.
Is that the multiple rounds you're talking about?
Yes, you can have, there's multiple rounds that you can apply, and so if you want us to
Each
pay.
time we would need to fund
Yes.
roughly
exactly.
$30,000. Okay.
Exactly. So, and that's, you can change your program each time. So if you want to say, we want to go after, we want to specify this low income group, and then go after, that is one of the stipulations, no matter what you do, it has to be serving low income person.
Okay.
So.
What's the deadline on when you have to have an answer on this?
Well, I don't have my grant timeline for next year yet. The state has not released that yet. I am anticipating probably a February, March application. So prior to that would be wonderful. Since
This
we
is
do
this is a 2026 request, so if we approve it, she's got all of next year, correct?
Correct. If you don't approve it, then we would approve all these others, and she'd have to come in to amend the 2026. And she'd have to go before the commissioners to decide what low-income party that you're going to.
Right, and develop the program. And it is, just so you do know, it is a competitive program. So if you have to meet a minimum score. If you don't meet the minimum score, you finesse your application, you resubmit. So we just keep trying, and that's what's great. It's a great program.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the 30,000 for the rehab program out of edit funds.
That's our edit fund getting down too.
I'll second.
Thank you. Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Drones.
Sheriffs.
This also is the 2025.
These guys use it for hunting.
It's ending.
Okay.
Good morning, Darren Giancola, Detective, Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Spencer Finger at the Sheriff's Office. So we made this request, our drone program, Sheriff Liggett tasked me with building a drone program when he first came in, and that began when we were on a scene waiting for another county to show up with a drone. So, and that was extended, and we ultimately didn't apprehend a person and when that was all said and done. So we started our program. I went through and got my certification through the FAA to be a 107 pilot. We were able to obtain funding for one thermal drone through donations. We currently only have one, but now we have expanded our program, and Sergeant Kingery and Deputy Baines have gone through the FAA testing to be certified pilots. And this request was so that we could obtain drones for each pilot to have in each vehicle, so there's no lead time waiting for someone to go obtain the drone from the Sheriff's Office and continue. And also to provide some redundancy in our program. We'd already had an issue with one of our drones, and it went down. Luckily, I knew someone that could loan us one, and that was during the Richard Allen trial where we needed a drone every single day. So we don't always have that opportunity to get a loaner. So if we have an issue with one of our drones, we only have one now, if we had an issue with it, we would have none. So this request would provide thermal drones for each pilot. I think it's 2 more drones.
Correct, it's
Yes.
2 more drones. Part of the reason for the 16,000 was I went out and researched to see what pricing for packages for the drones. The 8,000 per drone, totaling the 16,000, includes a thermal drone, extra batteries, the props, case, extra some cables and stuff like that, and a huge RC controller for it that's got the screen and all that stuff. So it's called a public safety bundle. So that way we're consistently flying. We obviously have to come in and do battery change, but we're able to continuously fly.
Okay. And what's the maintenance on these like?
Very minimal.
Pretty minimal. Okay.
He had an issue with the first one that we got, and ended up, I think it was a software issue. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a warranty issue. It was I mean, these come with a warranty like any kind of other electronic, but other than that, your maintenance is just propellers if you happen to clip something. Right. We haven't done that yet, but yeah, it's just it'll have a warranty through DJI, and as far as maintenance goes, it's just software updates mainly, and then propeller parts, which are very inexpensive. So.
I love this program. You've already had a lot of success with it, haven't you?
Yes, yeah. So the missing autistic boy in Tippecanoe County, we provided mutual aid. Sheriff Liggett sent me over there, and they had been looking for him for like 14 hours, and it took me 20 minutes with a thermal drone.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah.
you can't put a price on that.
No.
Really, so.
No.
But yeah, they're a great tool. They have a ton of applications, and I don't have to go into all this right now with you. But if you're ever curious, look me or Spencer up, and we'll be glad to show you. It's pretty neat technology. So.
I can go into nerd detail.
Right,
So
yeah.
if you really want me to go into it.
If I lose my dog, I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's incredible. Their value is extremely high.
And the drones that we're looking at purchasing are the best around right now.
Okay.
For the money, I mean, obviously you can spend way more and get bigger, better cameras
Sure.
and stuff like that, but this is for our application purposes.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve the sheriff's request for 16,000 for drones out of the edit 2025 money.
I'll second it. We'll all second it.
Sherry, you go ahead. Okay, moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you, Council. Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. Thank you.
CUMCAP appraisal survey of the,
I would like for you to table that because the project has been delayed.
okay,
I'll make a motion that we table the $25,000 request for appraisal and survey out of the fume cap.
second.
I'll second it.
Angie seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Passes 6-0. Is there somebody else in the audience that has some things that needs discussed?
Beth, you got anything else?
You guys come out and yell at us a little bit?
I've got one thing.
No, it's fine.
I want to know how these invoices are going to get paid, Beth. Do we need to advertise them or what? Do you think?
What are you talking about?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, so the invoices for Carroll Manor for the pump from FJF Services, there's about $11,600 in work that they've already
And I asked
completed.
you to go talk to Ann to see if they had been paid, and you didn't do that, did you?
They've not been paid. I know they haven't been paid.
Well, let me have them.
Okay. So can we advertise them?
I'll see. I'm gonna make sure they're not paid. FJF, I think they've been paid.
Okay.
How did you get those invoices?
They were not getting paid. They emailed them to me.
That's part of the problem, because she
Why is
does-
that a problem?
Because she doesn't get them, and she's the department head.
She got them and she submitted them to you. Kim told me that
She
she
has,
gave them to you.
yes. I think, that's why I'm trying to tell you. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you.
Well,
If we
good.
have to go in there to see if they've been paid, before I say, yes, we're gonna advertise it and all that good stuff.
Any other business?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn today's meeting.
I'll second.
Motion seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It starts getting heated when we get out.
I try to suggest to my work that they need a punching bag in the back room, and had photocopies of everybody's face and tape on there, and you could tell what kind of, how you were coming off to people. Because if your file was always empty, like, you know, people are punching your face all day. It's like, you know what, you might want to change your attitude a little bit.
You know what?
I'm like,
I got a punching bag I'll give you. It's in a box.
I don't need it.
No.
I'm so light in nature, calm at heart.
Well, that's me.
Yeah. I pump